Alright. I'm just thinking out loud, but hear me out. Women are emotional and men are logical got to be one of the biggest fucking blanket statements ever that nobody ever breaks down. Now, because I'm a thinker, I've been thinking that this shit is completely false. People think logic means fact. Hey, I'm a man, so I'm logical. What the fuck does that mean? That means you right all the time? And because she's a woman and she's emotional, that means that her emotions ain't never based in fact? What do we really be saying? Okay, so I think it's an oversimplified definition because I think we all are emotional. I think it's primitive. You have to be alive is to be filled with emotions. There's no way around it. And a nigga with no emotions is a psychopath or something. There's a word for it. What I think people don't realize is that logic and being logical is just a refined emotion. When you look at computer logic, when I was in electrical school, we did these things called PLCs, programmable logic controllers. When we got on the computer, we programmed the device to respond to whatever we input. So if I press a button, I tell the computer, when I press this button, this light comes on. That's just information. That's logic. So if I'm emotional and I've trained myself to, when I'm sad, that I switch that to anger, that's logic. It's not fact. But it's logic. It's just a refined version of emotions. They on the same level. They on the same spectrum. They just on different ends of the shit. Think about this, right? For somebody to be emotional, when we say women are emotional, are we saying that women are illogical? I think that's what we be saying. Like, man, you a woman, stay in a woman's place. You women are illogical when we say they're emotional. So if we're saying men are logical, does that mean that they're ill-emotional? Ill-emotional ain't even a fucking word. And I think that's crazy in itself. We got emotional and then we got logical and illogical. There's not a definition for a word called ill-emotional because we're all emotional. It doesn't exist because it can't exist. And if it does exist, then that person got to go to a nut house. So, hear me out. People think logic is based off facts and emotions are based off just feeling, when in actuality, you can be emotional because of a fact and you can be logical based off zero facts. You could be being a logical man and be completely fucking wrong. So, logic is just refined emotions. I'm just thinking out loud. I wrote this shit down because I be trying to understand shit. But basically, men and women are a team and we supposed to work together. We can feel the exact same ways. And I don't think y'all ready for this conversation, but women can, there's nothing that one person can do that the other one can't do in a different form. Women can get pregnant and have kids. True. But as men, we house children too. Cause the baby inside my testicles my whole life before I implant it into your body. But I know it's not the same, but it is in the same spectrum. I'm not saying that having a sperm inside my testicles is the same as carrying a fucking 15-pound baby in my stomach for 9 months. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is on the same spectrum. We do the same things, but it's just expressed differently. I can't look at my woman and be like, oh, you just fucking emotional. Now, women can do the same thing men can do, but I just don't think they can do it for as long, because when it comes to emotions and logic, women have an influx of emotion at certain times of the month because they have a cycle that they live on. And men can be more logical or more refined with their emotions because there's not a time in the month that my body does something without of my control that spikes my emotions, which means that I gotta super duper refine it if I want to be logical. There's not a time for that for men. So I say all this shit to say, because I'm just thinking out loud. We're both emotional, but I think men are usually forced to refine or be more logical just for the sake of whatever your values are, whatever works for the world better. Because we both emotional. Niggas think logical mean lack of emotion, and it's not. It's just refined emotion. Oh, bro, we go hunt. You can't go hunting if you got emotions. No, you probably can't go hunting if you got fear and sadness. You probably hesitate and fuck up the hunt for us, and we can't eat tonight because you were sad or you were scared or you were hesitant. But that's one slice on the motherfucking emotional wheel. But you take courage and compassion, which are all the emotion, and you use it to go hunt. That's an emotion. You tell a little boy, hey, stop crying, man up. We men, we don't cry. What does that kid start to do? He starts to refine his emotions. When he feels sadness, because niggas feel sadness, when he feel like crying, we replace that with what? Maybe anger, it's only rage left, or it could be nothing. But in this bucket of emotion, just like the computer logic, we program ourselves or refine ourselves to operate in this emotion when I feel this emotion. When I feel sad, turn that shit into anger. When I feel like I'm about to cry, turn that shit into I don't talk. Turn that shit into whatever the fuck. So I was just thinking out loud, bro, we really a team and we can do the same things. We just express it in different manners. And one ain't better than the other and one ain't worse than the other. We yin and yang and we work together. The yin and yang, the black and white, nigga, they're the same exact shape. They do the same things. We just express it in different ways. I just be wanting us to be teams and work together. I be passionate about this shit. I don't know what's up with me. I'm just thinking out loud.